Hey, Bruce Swartz here, guys. How you all doing? We're August 1st, 2018 today. So, sadly, July has gone by. But July has brought us many findings. And I have to thank WSO YouTube channel. Steve and I interact together, never often enough. Steve and I know what we mean when I say that. And yeah, bro, I got to thank you for speaking up from my Mars video. I mean, I got, I think, 1,000 views, or maybe 4,000 views, I don't know. It's not that people aren't interested, but for whatever the reason that my channel's not being viewed enough, hoping that the shares and everything will help. But WSO YouTube channel, Steve Olson, talked about not just my video, he's talking about an energy field, the energy fields around Earth. Space has a lot of energy around it, but he's been looking at some of the readings of the energy that's around Earth, and just go check him out. You know, I mean, I owe him a big thank you for speaking up for me. His amazing community is often here. A lot of the people from WSO YouTube channel are here and have been here for a while in the community, and we talk and interact. It's really cool. I really have to say that Steve and I, well, we're really both channels that we're just open to each other. We're friendly. And I think that's all good, you know, for the benefit of humanity, right? For the benefit of our findings that everyone's seeing. Steve, just a shout out, bro. WSO YouTube channel, guys, check them out and go subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks a lot, buddy. The asteroids, guys, around Mars, I found an object. If not a UFO, it was a planetoid. Very huge, would be 2,000 miles wide. How am I basing my findings on? What am I basing my calculations on? Would be the size, literally, of Mars that was in front of. Now, if that asteroid that I caught beside Mars was more of a planetoid, it would be beside Mars. But if it was a smaller asteroid, it could have been a near-Earth asteroid. What do I mean by near-Earth asteroids? 18,000 objects come out of the Kuiper Belt. They're all called near-Earth asteroids. They're floating around. Some of them are vulnerable and can come crash to Earth, and many will not. The Kuiper Belt is between Jupiter and Mars, and that is where I'm getting the asteroids. So the proof is all right here. Check it out, guys. West of Copernicus, two identical craters approximately 200 miles apart, west of Copernicus. What do you want to say about that? They're so identical that it just leaves you using common sense, the idea that these objects are actually constructed on the surface. I can see it right now. I'm looking at Copernicus and Kepler. Here's Copernicus, here's Kepler. There's an entire framing between it. Tunnelization, electrical wires. I'm sure the more we get in, the moon is more like Earth than we think. I ain't making this shit up. It's real. The moon is inhabited, and if it's not inhabited, it is actively visited. By accumulating proof of the UFOs that I've been finding, you have to look back, guys, into my research. Not that far back. I'm finding what looks like biological creatures. We're seeing clouds with lights inside of these clouds, spraying out colorful gases over the surface. I have these all in a video. The proof is really there. There should be more people checking out these videos. But hey, guys, don't get me wrong. The support that this community has given me here, for me, is very therapeutic. I'm very appreciative. I love you all for it. And any of you contributors who have contributed to this channel, who would like any photos of any parts of any of my videos that you appreciate, let me know, and I will prepare those photos for you. 2 or 3 photos if you want, and I will send them to you. I want to be as appreciative, and I want to give back as much as you guys are giving me. So the more you guys give, the more I'm going to want to give back. And the support that I'm getting here on this channel is just amazing. What are we looking at today? I was talking about that line of light that was moving over from the full moon that we've seen, my 20 videos that I posted of the full moon that I loved. I always appreciate the full moon, but it's hard to get the surface. And guys, it did a pretty good job on the full moon. There's no color to the full moon. Look around. Go look on other channels, and you'll just see this white, shady surface. And they're doing good jobs. It's not that they're not doing good jobs. It's that I'm applying an intense layer of that color, bringing it out to show you guys the moon's surface is very colorful. We're going to zoom in here to Mare Crisium. Mare Crisium, when you're looking at the moon, is one of two of the gray spots that are on the top right that look like one of the eyes of man in the moon. Mare Crisium, as we're zooming up here, there's a lot of color on the surface. We're talking about a thick, velvety like green surface, and you saw there some of the color. Now look here, this is the bottom side of the moon turned around, right side up. Look at the red, green, and blue objects in the back. They look like domes. They're really there. This is all very real. And at times they're hard to see, and at times we can see more of them. And we're seeing here beautiful, colorful objects on the surface. Guys, I'm seeing many reds. I see so much red on the surface. At the bottom of Mare Serenitatis, bottom left of Mare Serenitatis, southwest, there is a huge 20-mile area with red gas or haze in the sky, or I don't think it's the objects that are red, but we see that there's like this emanating red layer over the top of the surface, and there's 4 or 5 patches like that on the surface entirely, the side of Earth that we can see. We're looking at an entirely active moon. So much movement is going on up there under the veil. It's close and pressed up, whether it be the atmosphere, the gravity that's close and pressed up against the surface. When we get into the surface, we see oscillation. You know, I've looked into wavelengths and how our eyes interact with color, why we can't see color for certain reasons at some points in space, and why. It's not easy, you know, and what information is real out there and what information is not real out there. You know, it's hard to decipher any truth out of anything, but I try. And with my own research, at least it gives me an idea. Hey, check it out, guys. This is pretty cool. When the telescope leaves the surface of Mars, and when the telescope leaves the surface of the moon and veers off, well, this beautiful star was really close to the moon, and I just kept it in there. So it's sort of the telescope not even focusing on the star, just veering off. It almost looks like Arcturus. Beautiful stars always changing places. Let's take the time once again, pause it when the 2 arrows appear. I'm going to show you again those 2 identical craters. I'm not joking. Pretty cool to see. There they are, 2 craters identical to one another. They have those same traits, those same detailed contouring lines. The white ejecta-like strip, perfectly symmetrical, circular. In the center, a white sphere, dome-like, but of course could be the oscillating or different wavelength. You know, different colors, guys. Do you know, a very colorful surface. Like, so long me, this is as colorful as a candy, okay? Different reds, blues, and bright, vibrant colors and metallic surfaces and reflective white facades. And this is, for our eyes, we're going to see white clouds. Look it up, wavelengths, an explosion. A big bright red explosion of an atomic bomb, yellow explosion in front of you, you're going to see a white flash. You're not going to see any color. Your eyes and the cone cells in your eyes have to react to what's going on. And that's the tingling things that you see when you go outside and you look up the cone cells. You could see your cones reacting. I'm not kidding you. Go outside on a sunny day and look, not in the sun, but look close to the sun, look up, and you will see your cone cells starting to adjust and to zoom in and focus on the colors that it's going to send back to your brain. And you're going to see little stars moving in front of your eye, and you're going to say, hey, what's that? It's your cone cells. The colors we are seeing are gray. They're white cloudy objects that we're seeing. When we see that white cloudy object in front of us appear over a UFO or a cloud or a storm or something, it could be the wavelengths of our eyes as our cone cells are adjusting, that they're not giving us back the image. And what's going to happen? Here's the thing. What happens when your cone cells in your eyes cannot Give back that image to your brain. They still have to show your brain something. Like there's not a channel saying wait 5 minutes. We're encountering problems. The network will be right back. But instead of that, your brain gets back an image of a white moving cloud. The same thing we see when we look at those oscillating craters that look like white pill shapes or domes on the surface. They're moving, they're oscillating. They could be very, very vibrantly colorful. All this talk about wavelengths to make you guys understand that the surface we're looking at that appears gray could very well be colorful. So I'll leave you on that note. More coming, my friends. I'm on my way to make another video even closer. I want to really get crazy close-ups. I'm going to go all in because this footage is very clear that I got recently on the 29th. Now here's the thing. We're going to zoom up right up to Copernicus crater, under Mare Serenitatis, look at all the structuring, the anomalies, and we're going to get in really close, analyze the craters. And thanks for watching, everyone. If you have any UFO videos that you own the copyrights to and would like to have them seen in a video on my channel, please send them to Bruce Swartz 75acommercial@gmail.com.